Now, those who know me well know that I don't like game developers ruining guns, especially historical guns, like the ones in Call of Duty. And that is exactly what I'm going to be talking about today, and everything wrong. And you might think, oh, there's nothing wrong with COD. COD is the best game of 2017. Well, I'm about to tell you exactly why I hate the guns in COD so much. Now let's start off with the M1 Garand, the standard issue rifle for the American Army in World War II, and actually, helped them along in the Korean War as well, I'm pretty sure. So the problem with this gun is, as you'll see in a minute, after I clip the little strip clip in, you have to flip a switch on the side. Now, from my knowledge, there is no such thing as flipping a switch on the side of the M1 Garand, right? So I don't understand why that happens.
Let me show you. There's a little bit of force here. So when you're pushing the clip in here of ammo, boom! Oh, it closes up. Let me do it. Look at that pencil. Let me do that again. Oh, let me do that again for you. You're gonna pull this all the way back when you're putting the clip in, and pushing down. Ah, not good. So
now the next gun I want to talk about is the Bren, one of the best LMGs of World War II.
One of the best was introduced in 1935, the British Bren machine gun.
I consider the Bren gun probably the best light machine gun in the world.
Now, the Bren in real life has a really fast fire rate.
As far as speed and ease of loading, Bren gun wins hand down. There's no question about that.
And reloads pretty quickly compared to the bar.
With the BAR, I can hit the target just fine. But 20 rounds later, I hit the problem, the mag change.
Now, for anyone who actually plays with the bar will know that the bar in this game fires incredibly fast and reloads incredibly quickly. This thing takes a bloody year to reload, and takes a bloody year for you to actually shoot someone twice to actually kill them. Now, I can understand that it takes forever to aim, but this is just taking the piss, you know. I actually had to equip the hustle as well as quick draw just to make this gun, feasible in the multiplayer. That I would like to speak about happens to be my favourite gun in the world. That is the SMLE Lee Enfield. Now, the first thing I noticed when I was using this gun is the bolt on the side is incredibly small. It's just pathetic. Now, my problem with snipers in this game is that when you empty a magazine or decide to reload with a whole scope on, your guy decides to put your strip clip in at an angle. Now, in real life, this is actually impossible, because strip clips have to go in, vertically, otherwise it breaks the gun or the strip clip. When snipers did it in World War II, or any snipers do it when they're using a bolt action system, they have to put it in one by one, not all the strip clip. Now, to actually make this gun seem a little bit more realistic, I had to use a different sight that I could actually, handle the fact that my guy wasn't, defining the laws of physics when it comes to guns. Now, the next problem I have with this gun is the biggest fuck up that Activision and Sledgehammer, helped the downfall of this gun. I just want to ask them if they can actually count. Now, the main problem, the biggest problem with this gun being in this game is the fact of the bullets. Now, if I fire, say, one bullet, I have 10 bullets in a magazine in the SMLE, and if I fire one, I now have 9. Now, watch my guy reloads now 5 bullets into the magazine. He has 10 somehow. Now, if I fire all 9 bullets out of my gun. And I only have 1 bullet left. My guy puts in a 5 strip clip, and now I have 10 bullets. And some people might be saying, oh, but there might be a 9 strip clip or a 1 strip clip. You know that the Lee Enfield can only have a 5 strip clip. By the way, the actual bullets and the strip clip are completely wrong, and it didn't have a strip clip that looked like that. But I'll give the game the benefit of the doubt, because the strip clip isn't really that important. You only see it for a few seconds, so it doesn't really matter to me that much. But the fact is that they didn't even put in the time for different reload animations, and it's the same with every single bolt action rifle in this game. Now, if we take a better game like, well, say Battlefield 1, and you can actually see the effort they put into the SMLE Lee Enfield rifle. Now, if you look at the bolt down by the side to the right of the gun, it's actually, you know, realistically big, rather than the tiny pathetic bolt that you get in Call of Duty. Now, the scope you can already see is on the side, and you can't actually have scopes on top, because Battlefield knows that there is a strip clip issue. And if I fire 1 bullet, I load 1 back in. Now, if I fire, say, 9 bullets, can you guess what happens? That's right, I put in my actual realistic strip clip and then load 4 bullets. Even a game like Verdun does a better job than COD. Look at the size of that bolt. Look at that big bulge on the end of the gun. That is what COD lacks. And as you can see here, you fire how many bullets you want, 7 bullets in the mag, you load 3 in. You fire 1 bullet, you load 1 in. And guess what happens when you fire all 9? There's 1 in there. You open your clip, you put your strip clip in, and then you load 4 more in. Now, COD really needs to work on realism, I think, because it's just sad. Even a game like Verdun does better bolt action reload animations than a AAA game like COD. Just lazy. It's just lazy. And if you've played Verdun, you know how bad the gunplay is. You know how bad this game can be. But it seems to be better in some aspects than COD. The final gun that I have a problem with is the Lewis. Now, for all that know how the actual Lewis fires, the magazine doesn't spin all the way around all the time like this. Now this just reminds me of a bloody fidget spinner when I see this gun, and it's just sad, because if you actually look at the real Lewis gun, it jiggles a bit, fires out a few bullets, jiggles a bit more, you know, spits out a few bullets, jiggles a bit more, you know, it's not a complete circle. Now, just to put further salt in the wound, look how the Lewis rifle fires. You see that the magazine doesn't turn all the way around. It sort of jiggles a bit and fires out the little shells to the side. Now, this doesn't happen in COD. It just spins all the bloody way around like a bloody wheel. Now, you could see how much research went into guns in this game instead of comparing it to something like COD. Now, I don't really have any other COD weapons in this game, as this is a World War I game, but it is nice to see that this game can actually get 2 guns right. Even Verdun does a better job with the Lewis, even though you can't really see it, but you can tell that it does jiggle about rather than just spin all the way around. And bloody Verdun. Now, I will admit the gun sounds are a bit primitive, but it's fine. Now the next gun I have a problem with is the MG15, I think it is. Now this gun actually doesn't exist in real life, so why the hell have they got it in the game?